If you love a juicy quote, a powerful inspirational speech, a transformational book, and you love to dig deeper into the message of these bodies of work, then you are in the right place, because that's what we do here. We dig deeper into powerful words delivered by powerful people. And today we're going to dig deeper into what Oprah has to say about setting boundaries. I'm going to link the video down below and here with this video that you can watch. It's a 4-minute video clip that I've captured on where she's talking about her own personal journey of setting boundaries and what that looked like for her and how she did it. And whether you're Oprah or not, we've all had to, at some point in our life, learn how to do this. But many of us have been conditioned, as was Oprah, to be a people pleaser, to consider what other people want before what we ourselves want. And to grow from that, to overcome that is quite the journey, and quite the liberating journey that I think we all need to go on. I think it's all part of our life's journey to get to this point of really understanding ourselves and what we want and what our needs are and what we value, and not just abandoning them when somebody else thinks or wants differently for us. That's a tough life lesson, and a needed one for each and every one of us. We are conditioned at a very, very young age. I have 2 young children and I see it all the time. I watch it as I'm doing it to them and trying to, help them see the difference between where they need to be told what to do, where they need to learn through my direct guidance and direction, and where they get to make the decision, they get to make the choice, and to teach them to make decisions for themselves, to understand themselves, to know what they want, to know what they value. I mean, it's huge. But most of us, we were just taught to sit down, follow instructions, do what you're told. It's actually become very noble, a noble act to just completely give of yourself and do everything for everybody else, bend over backwards, forego your needs, what you want for other people. And again, there is some nobility to those acts. However, when it comes at the expense of your own happiness, your own joy, your own health, that's where it's a problem. It becomes a problem, because now there's a huge cost on your end, your happiness, your joy, your fulfillment, you living out your purpose and who you've been designed and created to be in the world. When we abandon that because somebody else wants something differently for us or from us, that's where we get into trouble. And when I say trouble, I just, we go down a path of being unhappy, being miserable, just completely being exhausted, burnt out, etc. I have actually many coach friends who this is their lane, is to talk about boundaries. So I'm going to see if they can chime in and comment down below, their 2 cents on this topic, because it's so huge and it's so powerful and it's so needed. Because as even Oprah said in her video, she's just handing out cash to whoever was knocking on her door, whatever charity was asking for money. She was just giving and giving and giving because she didn't know how to say no. She didn't know how to, say no, because then she didn't want to be viewed as this unkind, unloving, generous person. And so I think that's really a place for us to start, all of us, to take a look at, when we're afraid to say no, when we're afraid to put a boundary in place and enforce it, it's usually because we're afraid of what the other person or how it's going to be perceived to the outside world. We're more concerned about what that someone will say about us, if they'll be mad at us, what their reaction will be to our no. And so therefore, we no longer own our life. We just give our power away to anybody and everybody who wants a piece of it. So there's so many nuances here, where I would encourage you all to think about, to where to begin, and even just to engage down below in the comments about what has it looked like for you to set boundaries in place. Where have you had to go within and really ask yourself, wait a minute, what do I want? What do I value? What's important to me here? Where do I want to spend my time? Where do I want to spend and contribute my energy, my money? where do I feel most called to contribute? And I think unless we're asking those questions, we're just asking, well, what do they want? And what is going to look good, sound good? What's going to make them like me and think I'm a good person? And it's like, no, we gotta take this inside. This is an inside job. And, Oprah does talk about also in this video clip about, just really, she's guiding her own ship here. She's creating her life. She's the captain of her own ship. And so we can't look to others to enforce our boundaries. We can't look to others to even respect our boundaries. We can't expect others to just change how they ask for help or need or want things from us. That's on them. We have to do our part and do our work. And that's for us to go within and begin asking those questions of what do I want? What's most important to me? What do I value? Where do I want to spend my time, my energy, my money? And first be able to answer those questions. I know when I began this work, I don't even think I could answer those questions because it was always filtered through what I thought somebody else wanted, whether it was my husband, my kids, my family, my friends, my clients. What do they want from me? And so everything was always filtered through everybody else, through my outside world. And so to begin to filter it through my own self, my soul, my own desires, that really, really took just me really getting quiet and continuing to ask the question and continuing to reflect on, wait a minute, who really wants this? Is that what they want or what I really want? And so many times the answer came back, well, that's what they want. And that's how I think that they'll like me, is if I do this or that, right? It's like, oh my God. So there's a lot of work here to be done. But if you're committed and you're willing to do this deep inner work, there's so much power and transformation in then how you get to show up in the world and how you get to choose to really spend your time, your energy, and money. And you get to be this huge contributor to the world, to the planet, to people. And it's through you being your best self. It's through an alignment with your values, your purpose. And I believe in alignment. I think alignment is where it's at. When we're giving out of feeling the need for approval, to be liked, when we feel like we're the victim because everybody else is asking, pulling us in all these directions, that does not activate and draw out our best. So do the work, and the benefits are exponential, and I believe they compound because the people in your life get to be that example. You get to be that example of even what this looks like, because I don't think many of us have that many good examples of people who have really solid boundaries that they enforce, that are purpose driven. And so why not be the example? Why not show your kids, your community, your siblings, your colleagues, your friends, what this can look like, and the beauty and the fulfillment and the power that comes with it. It's amazing. So, and I'm not saying that like I have this all figured out. This is continual work that I do as well, in all areas of my life, of setting boundaries, enforcing them, and then tweaking and adjusting them as I go. So I'm excited to hear from you. So comment below. Let me know what has been your experience with boundaries. What are your questions? Where are you at with it? And don't forget to watch that video from Oprah. It's amazing. If you find value in this video or that video, please share it. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. All right. Mwah. See ya.